What's up, my Fina left? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from V Entertainment News.
Hi, I love you guys. Tonight, well, there's a lot of things that happens in this episode. I don't want to give everything away, but I don't know. I kind of want to address the friend thing. I think that this show always, we always have drama. People take digs and throw shade all the time. Is what we do, unfortunately, but that's just, the way the show works. But I'm big on the fact that, most of the girls are in a good place, and so many old friendships have found their way back. There's a lot of new friendships that are blossoming. And I don't know, it's just kind of great when we are all in at least a respectful place. So, anyway, so some people are going to be in their feelings tonight, and, everybody's entitled to the way they feel. I just think it's sad when, something you say, whether you meant it to be like, a dig or whatever, ends up being like a whole thing, and then you and the person end up, kind of falling out about it, regardless of how great a friend you may have been to that person before. I just feel like should be a balance. And I think that real friends have conversations with their real friends, And if they still want to be mad after a conversation, then that's just what it is. Maybe the friendship was not as strong as you thought. And that's life. But I think the important part of what I'm saying is about the conversation. Everyone's entitled to throw shade on the show. Everyone's entitled to feel the way they want to feel. But I think what happens sometimes is the actual conversation doesn't happen between those two people when they're hurt and they're disappointed. And I've been down this road before, so I know how important it is to communicate. You're hurt before you end up falling out with someone who could potentially be a lifelong friend to you, on the show and years after the show. So, anyway, sister is important and friendship is important, and, you're not always going to agree, and none of your friends are ever going to be perfect, but I don't know. It's kind of great when you can just talk shit out. Try to get past it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the show.
I know. People are saying, don't tell me flip-flopper Cynthia is talking about friendship. Y'all leave Cynthia alone. Let the girl go and sign her new friendship contract with Eva, okay? But anyways, you heard Cynthia live. She's been through ups and downs with Nene Leaks, so she's speaking from experience. And then the part where she talked about two friends talking it out, like I said over and over again from the last video I posted, and I'll say it again, in as much as, there's some side eye going on when it comes to the way how Cynthia reacts, as it relates to standing up for Kenya. Yes, a few seasons after Kenya got married, Cynthia was really standing up for her, shutting people down. I was like, yes, you go, Cynthia. So yes, Cynthia have had some amazing moments where she had Kenya Moore back. And yes, there are times where she might, be a little questionable. But if anything, I love how genuine and real their friendship is. The both of them can raise their voice, have their moments, have different opinions, and still leave the room smiling with each other, knowing that they're cool. No one is running and doing nasty interviews about the other one. That's a real friendship right there. So when she talked about the friendship and having a conversation and not falling out or losing a good friend over certain things in communication, she's talking about Eva and Porsha. Okay, because Porsha is going in right now on social media on Eva. Okay, so and we're going to get into that, but that's what she's basically talking about. I mean, like I said, she's been through all of it, and now she's back in the middle again. Because, well, as of today, Eva and Kenya Moore are still cool, okay? But, we shall see how the season unfolds. So let's go ahead and get into everything else that's happening. Well, Porsha is back at it. She's back on Instagram. She posted the same clip. And she wrote in the caption, hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta is on now, she meant. Okay? Shade Tree Snake. First of all, we C-section moms rock just as much as natural moms. Shaking my head. Why we always gotta be called nappy? Make it make sense. Ooh. I'll address the rest later. Stay tuned. Her second insult. First, Shamia and the black comment, now nappy head. That things that make you go, I'm a C-sec mommy, and that hurt. It's okay, we are super awesome as well. Don't let anyone tell you any different. That wasn't even necessary for Eva to make that comment about Porsha's C-section. Low down type of friend. Okay, Porsha. The last person she wants to have a problem with is Kenya. Kenya would drag her. Not physically, she ain't built like that. Not physically, but Kenya knows just the words to say and how to say it. LL, Eva don't want those war of words. She came around quickly on Kenya's side as she did not want to be read intelligently. She tries so hard. Girl, stop. Eva said, if you listen closely, she said, you know how this group gets. She was very general, when she talked about the reason why she didn't bring her kids. And Porsha said, well, we're not going to do nothing in front of the kids. So her very first statement or comment, she did not single out Kenya Moore. She talked about everybody in the group. But then when the message was, unless Bravo cut out that part where she brought up Kenya Moore. But when a message was delivered to Kenya where her name was mentioned, then all of a sudden, Eva is like, yes, I don't know Kenya, all of this stuff. I feel like Eva tries too hard to be shady. Those Porsha comments weren't necessary. Exactly. Yes, agreed. She better leave my twin alone. That was on Porsha's page. I'm on Eva's page. First, it was, she's black, but not black with a Q. Now they're nappy heads. Eva, I always loved you, but please quit while you're ahead. We gave you a pass for the first comment. Nappy heads? Whose nappy head are you talking about? Nappy girl? Nappy heads though? Those comments, wow, nappy? People are not here with a nappy hair. Eva, what is going on with your words? Why do you keep saying this ignorant mess? This isn't like you. I'm disappointed. Ouch. Meanwhile, your daughter's hair is nappy. See? Now you're coming for her daughter, but nappy heads? I'm starting to dislike your whole vibe. I am a big fan, but your use of the word nappy trying to down a mother who had a C-section, that's not America's top model where you are trying to vote someone off. This is supposed to be a sisterhood. You are being messy and going below the belt. Now your daughter got dreadlocks, but you're calling people nappy. The nerve. What they hate in you is missing in them. Keep shining. My exact reaction, unacceptable. African hair is not an insult. Using it as such is anti-blackness. Do better. Yep, nappy heads, Bravo can do without Eva in these type of remarks. After Twitter and Instagram, somewhat put Eva in check about her comments, Porsha Williams wasn't done, okay? She posted one of my favorite movies. If you have not seen this movie, definitely watch it on Netflix. Nappily Ever After with the gorgeous Sanaa Linton. And she wrote, Netflix and chill with Bae, enjoy your night. Nappily Ever After, hashtag. Now, y'all already know she was coming for Eva, okay? Tanya responded, Porsha. You already know what that means, okay? And you have people who's probably not paying attention to the shade or don't care, didn't watch the show. So you have people like, this was a really good movie, knowing you're going to tear up. And Porsha over here responding, right, I'm a crybaby, LOL, she is an amazing actress. Girl, bye. You posted it because of Eva's comment. That's right, because nappy, it never looked better. Shade, okay? Petty P, LOL, see what you did there. The shade, you are so petty. And let me read the comments on Tanya respond. Yep, she took Bay back. Person responded, I know it, right? Love Porsha, but please let this go. Forgive so that you too may be forgiven when the time comes, okay? Well, according to Porsha and Candy, something very major happened in the season, and this right here is going to play a major part. I'm thinking Eva was probably confronted and backpedaled again or lie about it, and now she's being exposed. Who knows? People are already sick and tired of Porsha Williams and Dennis storyline, and it's only the second episode. I'm like, ouch, guys, she's going through a lot. But once the music changed and the mood changed, when they got to her house, people were like, oh Lord, here we go again. And so it's like, you guys have an entire season. But yes, based on Twitter, they're already sick and tired of, Porsha and Dennis situation. They're like, are we gonna see this every freaking Sunday? She's gonna be crying. But this is not when you do the whole I told you so, because that would be very cruel. But Candy tried to talk to her. She said she didn't want to know and all of that. And you know what? I don't care how amazing the check is and how amazing the free promo is, okay? I ain't lying on myself and messing up my reputation and what I stand for just for a check, okay? Because you do have people saying things like, oh, Dennis is taking one for the team. He didn't really cheat on Porsha and all of that. Well, they are on a different level. If that man is sitting here talking about I cheated and embarrassing himself and his family and his woman for a check. So, and I do believe that it did happen, but like I said last season, Bravo will milk you up and let you have your perfect, happily ever after moment. And then they will hit you with the, okay, you need to bring it or have a nice life. Okay. So I'm wishing Porsha and Dennis the best. As you know, they're back together, so everything worked out in the end. Porsha's sister being there for her and sharing her own stories and journey was amazing. Shamia's daughter, side-eye, just had me on the floor. Shea is so cute. She's so adorable. Nice to see that. Shamia was also there for Porsha, and overall, I'm wishing her family the best. Now, I want to go back to Kenya and Cynthia meeting. I love the spot that she chose. I love the Bible situation in the end when she lifted her bag. I just love the fun shade. It was funny and all of that. At the meetup moment with Cinderella struggling to park and Kenya Moore basically not knowing how to close the doors to her beautiful Tesla. But she figured it out in the end. This person wrote, why didn't Cynthia back you up? She knows you better than everyone. She should have been like, no, Eva, Kenya won't hurt your kids. And that right there is a reason why Kenya got upset. The fact that this person is even writing a comment like this, that Cynthia is supposed to tell Eva, why would Cynthia need to tell a woman who claims she doesn't know Kenya Moore about hurting kids? What show are people watching? When Kenya don't even put her hands on people, so why would she go around hurting people's kids? And that's why she felt insulted. Hurt kids? Really? Yeah, funny. My faves better not be getting into it. Kenya responded, we are sisters. We don't have to tippy-toe around each other's feelings. And I said that. They say what they need to say and they move on. Eva, really? Cynthia, really? I'm tired of some of these women always trying to make it seem as if Kenya is out here foul. Exactly. Since Eva's saying she don't know what your real eye color name, Pickford or Marcel. Stop, Eva, with your fake wannabe bohemian. Ooh, you ain't Erica Badu. Read. Kenya responded, was so nasty for no reason. And when you retaliate, they'll try to make you the villain, as always. I think it's jealousy. I get what you're saying, but the way it came across was so harsh. And by the way, if my last name was Ford, I would want to change it to Pickford. But I want you guys to pay attention to the comments that I read about Cynthia Bailey. They're not harsh. She's not on here going in on Cynthia Bailey. People, calling Cynthia, flip-flopper. Why do you keep forgiving this messy flip-flopper? Cynthia dropped the ball again, telling shady Cynthia these days, and all of these different things. And as you can see, Kenya simply responded, we are sisters. That right there, I hope Cynthia is paying attention. Like I keep saying, when people show you who they are, believe them. Every time she have a falling out with Nene drag her name through the mud, call her every name in the book. That's not a real friend. I don't care what happens. A real friend, that both of you have a conversation, and if it's not going to work out, they move on. They don't go in the press trashing you. I don't care if, we're promoting the show. That's not your real friend. Eva ran around calling Porsha Williams her friend, went on double dates with Porsha and Dennis and Tanya and all of them, okay? And the moment Eva did something that Porsha felt like hurt her feelings, if that's your real friend, you then call your real friend and y'all fix it. You don't hop on social media dragging your real friend, and the same thing goes for Eva. So none of these ladies are showing what a real friendship is, okay? But as you can see, Kenya Moore, she's not doing interviews trashing Cynthia. She's not on her social media page responding to negative comments trashing Cynthia. She's not doing that. The only response she made was, sisters go through things, the end. That right there is a real friend. And it's like, I don't know why people think if Eva talks behind your back, trash someone who's supposed to be her friend in your presence, is that really someone you want to run around and claim that's your friend? They're already showing you who they are as a person, honestly. But kudos to Cynthia Bailey for, she keeps choosing these friendships, child. Now, Eva posted this picture right here with the sunflower emoji as a caption. Cynthia Bailey responded with a heart emoji. And then this person wrote, beautiful, your light shines, but you read the worry of folks yesterday. OMG. Here we go. She's blaming something else again. Just say sorry and go, girl. She's like, I was so pregnant, irritated. Basically blaming her hormones for going over the top. But yeah, people have some things to say about Cynthia Bailey. Flip-flopper. This is why you didn't get invited to the wedding in St. Lucia. Ouch. Oof. Cynthia the flip-flopper. Yeah, copy for Cynthia. Not the wedding in St. Lucia. Anyway, she's bringing her kids back into it again. Yep, her unborn child is the reason why she went off. Okay, Eva. People leaving comments about Eva's daughter hair. Kids are off limits, and I understand people were upset, so they felt like they, have to attack the innocent child. Kids are off limits, and I don't agree with those comments. But I get it. They're trying to say, basically what they're trying to say is, using the nappy hair comment as an insult, you're basically insulting your daughter. That's basically what they're trying to say. Is she's doing her best to not lose that Real Housewives of Atlanta check, because she saw how Shamari came in and Shamari is out of there. Okay, so she's doing everything in her power to keep her peach, and if that means crossing people, throwing people on the bus, by any means necessary, she's gonna secure and keep that peach. And that's just what it is. Sad but true. But hey, Porsha going in on her and all of these things is keeping people interested. It's going to lead to more people watching, the next episode. So it's all marketing when you look at it that way from a business standpoint. So after all of these years, some that feels like 150 seasons, Marlo Hampton finally have a storyline that is hers. And I always tell you guys this, a storyline is not a negative thing. Everyone needs some form of a storyline for that show to continue, okay? And they're all helping each other. So Marlo situation this season is sad. I'm wishing her sister well. But for the first time, she's not in the scene because she's hanging on to somebody, or because she's carrying a bone, or because someone is coming to her with stories. She has something solid going on. So Twitter was like, whoo, Marlo finally got her own storyline. I was like, y'all crazy. That Candy and Cynthia taking Porsha, out to eat to get her mind off things. That was a cool moment. I completely understand why Porsha don't, want to say too much, because, she's easing her way back into, her whole friendship with Candy, and just, I completely understand, not wanting to give too much information, especially in a group where people love to talk. Cynthia Bailey about to do another friendship contract with Eva, child, because she's over there fighting over whose best friend is this, and the third. Candy basically bringing up like, oh, okay, so you are best friend with Eva. What happened to Kenya? Noelle moment with her mother, a moment, Cynthia was very cool. She didn't judge her kid, she had her. But, it's nice to know you have a safe haven and that your parents support you. People are on Twitter going in like, okay, so she dropped out of school and now she's sexually fluid and now she's living with her fiance. Happy birthday to Noelle. And so, so that when Nene called Cynthia Bailey desperate, and she was like, honey, her wig is desperate, I was done. I did a separate video on Kenya Moore and Moore-Daly, so if you're wondering why I didn't talk about them in this video, that's the reason why. But I will briefly say this, since this is an overall review. One of Moore-Daly's major concerns was the fact that he feels that reality TV, make, especially the black men, okay, they do their best to destroy them and show them in a not so positive light. So my thing is, Moore-Daly, if you are aware and that's how you feel, then why would you make it easy for them? You know what I'm saying? My thing is, if it didn't happen, then they will have absolutely nothing to use. So whether Mark was on a call with his wife and his daughter for 30 minutes and Bravo decided to cut out all of their amazing and affectionate interaction and, piece together the parts where they felt is going to fit their narrative of Mark is dismissive and rude, whatever the case might be, he still talked to his wife that way. He still wasn't paying attention and all of that. And, no compassion, no nothing, affection, nothing. And so regardless of whatever the excuses are, that was still his behavior. And, it was sad to watch that, Now, for the people who are telling her to run, because Moore-Daly seems, controlling and he's a jerk and he was dismissive and he did this and he did that. Let me remind you guys of the Moore-Daly that we met on the Real Housewives of Atlanta the first time. When he came to his wife's event, the way how he walked in and the way how he looked at his wife, it was just like, wow, yes, these two are really in love. The way how she looked at him back, and when she came off the stage, he gave her a kiss. And this is the Moore-Daly that we met, smiling with her friends. You can tell when someone is putting on the show and when someone is being fake, but you could tell like they were genuinely in sync and in love. This is him laughing, with the girls. Even when Sheree tried to be shady and all of that, he was very respectful and all of that. So that's the Moore-Daly we met, with a smile on his face. He wasn't grumpy or nothing. It was a pleasant meeting the very first time he was introduced. Okay, fast forward 2 years into their marriage, and what we saw, like I said previously, because I'm not making the excuses for Moore-Daly, was terrible. Okay, however, and so this is the Moore-Daly that Kenya is hoping to find again, because she's the only one who knows her husband behind the scenes without camera, and she knows what he's capable of in the love department and all of that. So maybe she's hoping, you know what, I met this Mark before, and it's possible that I might meet this Moore-Daly again. And if not, at least I know I tried. And like I said, at the end of the day, Kenya Moore is the only one who knows 100% what happens when the cameras are off behind closed doors. So whatever, come back for the video I did, and I will have more to say in there. Okay, I just wanted to throw Kenya in here quickly, but I did an entire video on them, so come back for that one. You know what, I am wishing all of the ladies absolutely nothing but the best. At the end of here, my final loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.